What's going on, guys? It's your boy Hammer back with another supplement review. And today I've got a product from a brand that I recently just found. I tried their pump formula. Their pump formula was freaking awesome. But they have a pre-workout that, oh my gosh, this is a freaking stim junkie super hitter that nobody knows about. Never seen anyone talking about this formula. And I'm telling you guys right now, this is one that's flying under the radar, but once this gets discovered, people are gonna freaking love this one. So without further ado, I gotta list, you gotta list, let's get down to business, because today we're talking about Ironheadz Nutrition Skin Splitter. Alright, so Skin Splitter, what is this boy all about? Well, it's Ironheadz Gym, so I think it's Ironheadz Nutrition, Ironheadz Nutrition. But anyway, I tried their pump formula a while back, and this thing is freaking loaded. You're talking about citrulline, glycerol, betaine, taurine, alanine, vasodrive, pine bark, norvaline, astragalus, all at freaking good, hefty dosages. So this was a loaded pump product that really surprised me. I found out about these guys because they're partnered up with Bushwhacker Luke, professional wrestler. So I caught it that way. So I was thinking this was going to be some like goofy partnership where these former athletes partner up with a supplement brand, put their name on it, and it freaking sucks. Like, I was super disappointed to see when the Ronnie Coleman supplements came out, they were like trash, like absolute garbage. So I was thinking this was going to be something like that, and then I saw the label and was blown away by it. And then we get this boy, we get Skin Splitter, and oh my gosh, this is a freaking, this is a certified stim junkie hitter, and we are going to talk about it. But not just like a stim junkie hitter where it's like, oh, stimmed up. This is a loaded formula. We're talking about a 28-gram scoop. So let's pop this label up on the screen, let's look at it, and then let's get into the actual experience. So we got one scoop, like I said, coming at 28 grams, 25 servings per container. So a lot of times you're seeing 20, so you got 25 here. And we got L-citrulline coming in at 6 grams for your pumps, vasodilation, nitric oxide production. Beta-alanine at 4 grams for the lactic acid buffering and endurance benefits, a little bit of the tingle sensation. We have betaine anhydrous at 3 grams, power output, muscle force production. Then we have creatine hydrochloride at 3 grams. So here's the thing. I don't love creatine in a pre-workout because I feel like it jacks up the price, jacks up the serving size, and a lot of times they're giving you an underdosed serving. So creatine hydrochloride actually though, like usually the full dose of that is like 1.5 grams. So technically, they're giving you double your creatine serving just in this pre-workout. So if you are going to throw creatine in my pre-workout, I'm the type of person who buys my creatine separately and will take it separately. But if you're not and you just want to get the benefit of getting in your pre-workout, you've got a full dosage of creatine HCl here, actually double the dosage. Moving on, we have taurine at 2 grams. For some cellular hydration, muscular contraction benefits, as well as it's going to help kind of work in synergy with a lot of the other ingredients in here. Then we have L-tyrosine at 2 grams, precursor of dopamine to norepinephrine, foundational building block nootropic that you'd like to see in a supplement formula. Then we have glycerol powder as hydroplaned glycerol at 1,500 milligrams. That's going to be a pump agent that's going to help with hyperhydration, helping the cells retain more water for training. Then we have CDP choline, branded citicoline at 500 milligrams. Nice dose. A lot of times you're sitting at 250, they gave you 500. This is a focus nootropic choline donor that's really locks you in. It's one of the it's a little bit more pricey than Alpha GPC. It's becoming a lot more popular to be used, and it really dials you in and gives you this sharp mental focus. Then we have theobromine at 400 milligrams, metabolite caffeine that's going to provide some stimulation, some vasodilation, some thermogenic, all those properties, but not to a strong degree. It's really great working in the background though, as like really great mood elevation. Caffeine anhydrous at 350 milligrams is your main source caffeine. We have L-theanine at 250 milligrams. I don't like theanine in a pre-workout. I've said that before. Usually, like if you are going to include it, I want to see it capped at like 100. But we're going to talk about this, so don't get too concerned just yet. We have theanine. That's supposed to kind of smooth out any overstimulation and help enhance like the focus aspect, because like it's like you got to think like of this spastic pre-workout energy. This kind of refines it and helps you tunnel vision and the focus. Then we have Huperzine at 20 milligrams, which yield 200 micrograms. Again, that's going to inhibit the breakdown of choline, so it's going to enhance choline levels in that way, help with the focus. Then we have piperine at 5 milligrams for absorption, and alpha-yo at 3 milligrams. Turbocharger, sense of urgency, rocket fuel type stimulant, and honestly, that's what makes this pre-workout. So we are going to talk about it. What's this boy come together like in the real world? Well, flavor on this one, I really enjoyed it. We got a blue raz, sour blue raz here. I really liked it. Didn't mix the initial run with the freaking the Bushwhacker Extreme Pump. I wanted to, but I wanted to get the flavor and the experience without any additional pump. But this one was freaking, this is just a well-rounded, very good product. Like, I want to say borderline daily driver because it's like, it's only 350 caffeine, but that 3 milligrams of alpha-yo, some people would say they're not going to use that as a daily driver, but I will. I will. It's a stim junkie daily driver, because this one gives you great focus, really gnarly pumps. Like, I mean, it's only got the 6 grams of citrulline, and then the freaking the glycerol is like not a great dose, but maybe something with like that pre-workout creatine HCl, which I'm like, listen, like I said, like I'm not big on these different forms of creatine. I'm not big on creatine in my pre-workouts, but between that, the good dose of betaine, the taurine, like I got freaking nutty pumps on this one. But then again, I also always get freaking nutty pumps. I do drink at your workout. I stay hydrated. I drink, so I don't want to dive too much into that, but the energy on this one was freaking awesome. I would not know that there was theanine in this. Granted, that's probably why the alpha-yo felt so clean. But the alpha-yo on this one is freaking strong. It's a strong experience. So honestly, they have 2 formulas. Well, they just reformulated this, I should say. The original formula had Araya and it had 2-amino. And so they reformulated to get completely compliant. And I was like, okay, so this one's going to be a lot of a letdown compared to the other one. And okay, the original Skin Splitter was freaking wild. I did love it. But that being said, that one had 4 milligrams of alpha-yo. And then when I took this one, I'm thinking it's going to be a lot weaker. It was not. Like that 3 milligrams of alpha-yo freaking hits, man. It hits hard. It gives you a sense of urgency. It gives you a little bit of the head spin. Well, I should say head rush, not head spin. Like when I say head spin, that's more like rectum range. But this was a freaking good, high power energy. And like maybe the theanine just did just right to tame that alpha-yo and give me the best of it without any of the side effects. I mean, I did feel like my nose start to run just a little bit, and there was a little bit of, catch your breath between sets going on. Like, I'm not going to lie. But this was just freaking high energy, super good focus, but like just a feel-good, locked-in focus where I was just freaking going. Like that nootropic package with the CDP choline and the tyrosine, the Huperzine, like nice focus. I think like something to like keeping the caffeine at 350. Trust me, I usually bump up my caffeine. Like I'm like a 500 milligrams, 600 milligrams on the regular. But that being said, I didn't sit here and go, okay, how many extra grams of this can I take to jack that caffeine up, because it has the alpha-yo at 3 milligrams. So I don't want to try to get 600 milligrams of caffeine from this and then get 5 milligrams of alpha-yo and be out of my mind. But something about that lower caffeine lets the other things shine. It lets the nootropics shine. It lets the alpha-yo shine. So it's like the 350 milligrams of caffeine is like the baseline, which is enough to give you good, clean energy, consistent energy. But the rest of this, like, is just working. You feel that alpha-yo rush. You feel the freaking nootropic focus. Like, and then on top of that, pumps are good, performance is good. Like, this has got everything you want in a fully loaded pre-workout. Because you're talking about citrulline, beta-alanine, taurine, betaine. It's like just consistent, good performance type pre-workout. This is a fully loaded formula. Like, you know, a lot of times we're sacrificing on something. We either get something that has like a good nootropic package, but then it's like, you know, the pumps aren't so great, or something that has like the pumps of performance and then the stimulants are lacking. This is like, you know, this is in that class of pre-workouts where it's, you know, the stuff that everybody likes to have a ton in their rotation, like, you know, the new Ami, where it's like nootropics, pump of performance, and a great stim package that's going to hit. Man, I'm trying to think of what else to compare this to, because it's like, there's not a lot of pre-workouts that have a freaking 28 gram serving size with nothing wasted. You know, there's nothing in here. I mean, you could argue that the creatine doesn't need to be in there, but at the same time, like I said, if they're gonna put it at the full freaking serving. So I really like this one, man. I was like, I'm so blown away by this company, and I'm really not trying to sit here and just freaking YouTube. I said freaking harp on it too much. But like I found them, like I said, kind of by chance, and thought they were gonna have these like kind of goofy, lackluster products, and then to find out they have really freaking hitter products, and then like on top of that, you know, like just quality packaging, everything looks, you know, looks freaking awesome, you know, and this Bushwhacker pump, like not like this is one of my favorite freaking pump formulas because it's freaking loaded, and it's got between the agmatine, the vasodrive, and the citrulline, the glycerol, and then like it's got a couple ingredients beyond just pump stuff, like the betaine and the taurine. Like I've been using the heck out of this stuff, and to get to see that their pre-workout is just as loaded. You know, they're not cutting any corners. Really freaking awesome supplement. I'm gonna link their website because I don't remember it off the top of my head. I'm gonna link where you can get this in the description below. But this is one that freaking you guys should be checking out. I'm gonna talk to them too, like see if I can get a discount code, because I know that kind of tends to bring more people into buying the stuff. And I just am a big fan of this stuff. And when I see these new companies, like these little lesser known products that freaking hit, that deliver and are trying to put out good stuff, I like to shine a spotlight on them, because they're not in all the big brand stores, but their products are just as good or better than a lot of stuff that is. You know, like, I don't think, if like you go to a vitamin shop right now, I think this is going to be better than any pre-workout you can get there. Obviously, when you go to like the big shops online, like NutriCartel, that have a huge selection, then you get some real competition. But as far as like high performing dailies, this is one of my new freaking favorites. I'm like there's stuff like I like more, but like is a little more blow your head off, and like has you know, like is too much to like really class as a daily. Like I will take high alpha yo and call that a daily. But like once you start throwing in like Araya or any 2-amino or anything like that, then I have to be like a little bit more selective with how often I use it. Because like Araya, I think is like fine if you want to use that in your your daily driver pre-workout. I just know if I use it too frequently, it doesn't like really hit quite as well. So I have to kind of be more selective with how I use it. Whereas something like this has nothing in it that I have to like really be like, oh, well, if I use that today, then this isn't gonna hit. Like this is the one that like no matter what I use the day before, use this the next day and it's gonna freaking hit, because those nootropics are always gonna hit, that caffeine and the, you know, alpha yo are driving this one. And then there's also like no drawbacks from this one, no big crash. You know, like I said, that alpha yo is strong, don't get it wrong. So if you don't like an alpha yo pre-workout, then don't get this one. But if you can handle your alpha yo, this one freaking hits really well. And I do think, like I said, I'm not a fan of the theanine, but I wouldn't have known it was in there. Like, I would have never guessed it was in here. So some pre-workouts I use, and I'm like, the kind of theanine kind of ruined it. Like I just used the Panda Rampage Goblin Juice. Good pre-workout, but a little too tamed. And I think that's because it has theanine and kanna. And I was like, I wanted a bigger kick from this one. And that doesn't even have like alpha yo to justify it. If you have a high alpha yo, I could get around with some theanine. So, like I said, I'm going to link where to get this one in the description below. But if you liked the video, if you found it helpful, please click like, click subscribe, click on the buttons, do all things. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at AlexHammerstone. If you want to hit me up for coaching, that email will be in the description below. I appreciate you guys watching. I will catch you on the next supplement review.